So, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, here we are once again. It is the ace match. It is the second semi-final between Insolence and Cars. So, two top 10 players on the European ladder showing us how it is done. And Insolence is spawning here as the Red Protoss this time at the 6 o'clock. Closed positions by ground. We have Cars spawning as the Yellow Terran at the 3 o'clock position. So it is Lost Temple, it is closed positions, and it is Cast going for the 1-1-1 opening. Meanwhile, Insolence, what is he doing? He's giving one gateway, he's having one cybercore, and interestingly enough, not going for the second gas just yet, but deciding to go for the robo facility as fast as possible. So it looks like someone wants to get out some Colossi pretty fast. And we already saw a game here. Nama was playing against Ryan from MTW, and Ryan just went on one base. He got the thermal lens, he got a couple of stalkers, he got a sentry, and he got 4 Colossi only out of one base. So it took him quite a while, but then when he attacked, the absolute best brilliant timing in the world, because he was playing against none other than the DreamHack winner Nama himself, and he crushed him with this one base attack. And Nama then just got furious. He insulted him. He was just say not a nice person. He was rage quitting and everything else. Actually, I never saw a player when I casted a game being that furious like Nama was. And anyway, but Insolence is not doing this. He is just getting out some Colossi as fast as possible, some Immortals. But on the other hand, the question will be, how successful will this be? Because it is the 1-1-1 here by Cars. This starport just finished, and interestingly, I know this word interestingly doesn't exist actually, but I just like to say it, and I think everybody knows what I am talking about when I say interestingly. And by the way, so Kaz are finished with his tech lab, going for the tech lab here on the starport, allowing him to build a Raven. And what do you have when you build a Raven? Yes, you have not so much gas, but you have more minerals. And because of Kaz having more minerals, he was able to go for the command center. So 1-1-1 into expand is a very common build for a Terran player in a TVP, and it's actually quite a safe build because you have this 1-1-1 buildings. You should have a bunker at the front. Indeed, he does. And so you're safe against any attacks in the early game. You're more or less safe against cheese like DTs and blink stalkers and stuff. But you also are not too far behind in terms of expanding. And actually, Insolence is going for an attack. He's got this 2 Immortals, 3 Zealots, 2 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries and 1 Stalker. So first bunker is going down. First Immortal is going down as well. Second Immortal is going down, and I'm not sure how effective this attack will be. He's got a third Immortal here. All the Zealots are down, and now it is 3 Siege Tanks and 3 Stalkers. And Insolence did a big mistake, because as he was moving up the ramp, he had 3 Zealots being blocked behind, and this really reminds me of the Squirtle games we saw on the GSTL today. And once again, a Protoss player not rearranging his forces properly. There's the Raven, there is the Viking, and the Raven even dropped an auto turret. Did he kill a unit? Yes, even the Raven has got 1 kill already. So there is Insolence once again. Looks like he is some sort of all-in. He wants to take this very badly. This other bunker is not just finished. Now it's just finished. There were no units in the bunker. First Immortal is down. First Stalker is down. 1 Immortal is pulling back. The second Immortal is pulling back as well. It looks like Kaz is now confident enough to move out. The shields of the second Immortal are depleted as well. The Immortal is not the fastest unit here in the game. It's got a movement speed of 2.25, which is the same movement speed of the Stank and of the Marine without the stim, or the Vikings landed. But as soon as you're in range, you just can do the shoot and scoop run, shoot, run, shoot, run, shoot, and you will eventually get one or two units of the big blob of retreating units. So what is Insolence doing? He's not going for a transition. I saw him doing this so many times already. He was going for some run-based oriented play. He had this first strategy. The strategy didn't work, and then he did a transition. But indeed, he's doing some sort of transition, but not an economic transition, because there is no Nexus, but instead he is going for the Twilight Council. The Twilight Council just finished. He's got enough resources to go for the Blink or for the charge, and it will be the charge this time. Of course, charging up the ramp, having big amounts of zealots is very good against the siege tanks, because the siege tanks don't take that much damage. But on the other hand, the question will be, will he have enough stuff? Because we take a look at the unit slots, there he is 1,200 resources behind. Of course, the longer the game goes, the less effective this will be. But looks like Cars will be able to go for a tank drop here at the cliff of Insolence. But considering that there are no expansions here on the cliff, it shouldn't be such a big deal. And of course, Insolence on the other hand could go for some sort of raw prison blade to go for counter drop, but there will be the Viking. Is the Raven moving out as well, or is the Raven waiting here at the front? And I have no idea. The Raven is waiting here, and the Observer gets spotted, so no vision on the high ground for you, Insolence. Is he going for another Observer? He does have enough supply. Or is he just going for a plain counter attack, because he's got so many zealots and the charge will be finished right now. He's going for another Nexus, but this Nexus is not here. It is here at the 9 o'clock main. Now Insolence is moving out. The Immortals on the front, and now there are the zealots charging in, doing some nice damage. First bunker taken out so fast, second bunker taken out as well. The Immortals doing so much damage to the bunkers, and now there are all the zealots repairing it, but the zealots attacking the SCVs, repairing the bunker, but all the two Immortals are dead, and he charged in with 15 zealots, and 15 zealots are down, and the only thing Insolence was able to kill were two bunkers, a couple of SCVs, and 2 or 3 Marines, and that's about it. This pylon will go down. It's not looking good for Insolence. Insolence is 39 supply down, so most likely we will have a PvZ finals, a ZVT finals, Cars against Cuba here, and maybe another choice by Insolence should have been to walk up the ramp, but Insolence is not yet giving up, even though the forces of Cars looking much better. We take a look at the unit counting station. There we see it is Cars nearly having double the SCV, double the worker count, and the only thing Insolence is currently having is 7 Zealots and 1 Immortal, but 17 Marines, 2 Vikings, 2 Medivac, 3 Marauder, 1 Viking, 1 Raven, 4 Siege Tank. Everything else is just too much to handle, and there are the charge zealots charging in, Cars not paying attention, taking out those units, but on the same sound, in the same moment, Cars is landing with his Vikings here, taking out not only this one zealot, the second zealot. Actually, the second zealot will survive. Cars is not feeling too secure here, and because of this pylon, Insolence was able to save the expansion. On the other hand, he was able to get rid of those Mariners and Marauders himself. As well, got the second Marauder out. Now he's producing probes. He was down to 31 supply, now he's at 55 supply. On the other hand, Cars is having all his Marines, all his SCVs mining at the natural, mining as the main. He's got the mutes there as well, even though he will be mined out at the main pretty soon. So will be Insolence mined out in the main as well. So I'm not sure where this is going. Insolence now going for the all-out tech tree. The only thing he now needs is a Stargate to complete all those 3 advanced tech patterns the Protoss race has to offer. And now still Marines and Marauders running along, killing 2 more Immortals, and this is just not looking good at all. I mean, I can understand the choice by Insolence to go for some High Templar, but in the end it will just not be enough for him. An interesting move by Cars. He is expecting some SCVs. He didn't saw those SCVs, that's why he was moving down. Now he took out all the SCVs. Meanwhile, the tanks were already depleting all the suits. The Nexus dies so fast. Medivac still here quite a bit because of the Marines were stimming. And take a look at the minimap. Just we saw this. We only see this red amount of dots here on the minimap at the 6 o'clock, and then on the 3 o'clock there's so much yellow. And it's not only here a couple of buildings at the main and a couple of buildings at the natural. It's so many production facilities. This guy actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks, 2 factories, 1 starport on 2 bases. Now he's loading up 2 AA marine drops, and 2 AA marine drops is wrong, by the way. It is 1 AA marine drop or 2 8 marine drops, but not 2 AA marine drops. How about that, Angry Nerds? He said double 8 marine drops, and it's not a double 8 marine drop at all, it's just a double SCV drop here. And he already has then 16 SCVs mining there, and he had some SCVs in the command center as well, so this is how fast you can saturate a base. High Templar storming a little bit. Cars will block his own units here on the high ground with the 6th placed auto turrets. So now he has to use his medivacs, but it's no big deal because he's got 4 medivacs, and 4 medivacs will of course be able to load up quite a lot of units. Is Cars going for an attack right now? No, not just yet. But there we see Cars getting rid of everything else Insolence has to offer, and Cars will take the semi-final 2-1. He won the first game, he won the third game as well, and he will be playing against Cuba in the best of 5 finals of tonight's Competo Cup. And good job by him. Even though he had some issues with the leg, he was not complaining about it at least in the last 2 games. And I'm hoping for a good finals here. And we should see the GG any second now, and there we go. Thank you very much, Insolence, and congrats, Cars. Good luck next time, Insolence. So Cars taken this 3rd game. He is up in the finals. He will be playing against Cuba in the finals. So that's about it. So now I will